We're here. We're jamming. Let's turn that down a little bit. Let's see. Just want to make it go smooth. Oh, yay. Where the hell is it? Turn the volume down slowly. There we go. Kill the tab. Do the things, do the stuff. Alrighty. Hello again, computer. We're back yet again. Let me do the remainder of my little things, little tasks, set up tasks. And yeah, we're here. We're back. It's been 2 whole days this time. Wow. Very aggressive timing. Although there is reason for it, because I think we are very close to being affiliated, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but also means a whole lot at the same time, because then we'll get polls and channel points and other fun things to play with these chat integration things that we're building. Hello, Alto VT. Welcome. What's up with you? There's not too much up with me. I'm just kind of hanging in there. Done with work. Time to game. Get up to some nonsense. Cool. Relaxing. Maxing, relaxing. That's the way to be. Alright, let's see. What are we doing here? No idea what's going on. Welcome, Olga Okami. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff that I think is probably gonna be pretty, like, not so off in the weeds today, because I have discovered something. I'm not doing too bad. How about yourself? I have discovered how to well, I did the wiring up that I was trying to do last stream, but I was doing it off screen. It was kind of a little bit of a waste. Didn't want to spend too much time not doing things on the screen on stream. But now we can send chat messages from here. Let me see if I can find, rather than typing the thing, let me see if I can just find it. I sent one. Yeah, there's one. Monitor Twitch chat outgoing. I could say, hello chat. Bam. Bam. Does that work? Chat? It's broken. Will I release this? Yeah, probably. We gotta see why that's broken. One second. I gotta tab over to my other thing. See what the hell's going on. Because we spent all this time to get this set up, and now it's... Oh, is that just... What is that? What the hell is that? What the fuck is this? Oh, we gotta quote the thing. It's currently kind of, it's a little scuffed. The way that the string quoting and unquoting is all working, a little bit scuffed. I think if we do this, maybe, does that do the correct thing for us? Yeah, there we go. You see it right there in chat. Hello, chat. I don't know why it's not showing up in... Maybe it's very strange. Maybe the Twitch API is set up in such a way that, like... Oh yeah, presumably it's over the same IRC connection, right? So it's not going to send me back messages that I sent myself. So my own messages, I'll have to do some stuff to make those show up. But you guys can see in the chat that we can send things, which means we can do kind of more sophisticated, like those nifty little bots that people have, right? Let's find the thing. Oh, and to answer your question, Alto, I will release this. I made a GitHub for LLLL Colonq. I don't think there's much on there right now, but like, yeah, I don't think there's any particular reason why this shouldn't be available. I mean, I don't know how. Well, I guess it's kind of useful. Maybe we'll put all the parts together. It's kind of a novelty, but it could be fun. And I think the broader Emacs community kind of likes things like this typically. So we'll see if they have some fun with it. Where are we going? Handle. All right, chat message. We're handling it all in this. This is a little scuffed still, but it's okay. So now we can add some additional commands. Because remember last time we added machine god fedora tip. Thank you, thank you. I know enough to know that is a Warhammer 40,000 reference. Wow, wow, wow. I've heard terms before. So if we do something like, what are we gonna do? What's the play here? We can say info. We're gonna make this thing called info, and it's gonna do one of these monitor Twitch chat outgoings, not outgoings. And then we'll print something. We'll send something to chat, and we'll see if we can get away with it. Hello, this is the test information response. Hi. Okay. Then, if we do the thing, and we pound, bam, info. Nothing? Why is that? Why are we failing? I have to go look off screen to see why it's failing, maybe. Maybe because I'm a little concerned about that. Are we sending to the wrong event? Did I misspell something? No? Is it because of this new line? Maybe? Do we not want to have new lines in our messages? Like if we just run this, we're gonna be spamming Twitch chat a lot today, so apologies in advance. Yeah, so we can send it if we just run that. So maybe if we just remove that. And then, again, yeah, there we go. So we can respond to commands now, which means that, like the cool kids, we can have little things that like, oh, I figure people come in and ask like, oh, what OS is this? Relatively frequently, or like, what language are you writing? What are you doing? All right, and we can answer those questions. Of course, I think it's still more fun to just answer those questions out loud because it's still a pretty intimate little community here. So we can afford to spend some time on each and every little cluster of pixels on the computer. But it's cool all the same. Does anyone else have the? I noticed this when I know you have a lot of commands, Olga. But I'm always intimidated to use them because I don't remember what they're called. And then like there's sometimes like a commands command, but then everyone sees you using the commands command, right? Like I don't want to be in there like everyone's seeing me snooping around on the commands list. It's like, geez. So I just wait for other people to use them and I copy them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's a good way to. Yeah, I could do that, but like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put them in the about section. Alto says, most useful one we released would be your custom VRM renderer. I tried to see if I could stream from my Linux machine. I found OSF GD. Is that OpenCFace Godot? That sounds like a thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I imagine this is probably faster. Like, this is a really shit machine. This is like a ThinkPad T480, I think. And like if we look at each top, like the things that are using CPU here are like, okay, so this Python facetracker.py thing is VCFace, which is an open source Python library that like does it's the same tracking as OpenCFace uses. Oh, I see. Yeah, different kind of integration. Okay, I gotcha. I bet it's still using the same tracking, and this tracking is actually not that intensive. This is just using one core. Right, I don't have a GPU or anything. This is just like all on CPU / integrated graph. Like it's all CPU bound. And then the terminal uses a little bit, I guess. And then the actual like this Colonq process is the actual thing that's rendering the VRM, and that's like not even saturating a core. So that's fine. And again, it is rendering at like, we go like, if I find like, here's the full model, right? It's still rendering like the full resolution in addition to the smaller, the like deresed version. So I think that probably work on a low end machine. Yeah, options fell unintuitive. Well, you're in luck because this my thing has no options at all. And in fact, even the paths to the model are just hard coded in the source. So because I couldn't be bothered. Eventually, well, I guess we kind of have this like thing where you can send commands over a socket now. But for the engine that I pulled this out of, I kind of have like I mean I'm using it to build a game, and I have UI stuff like written with what is it, ImGUI, I don't know, a thing that lots of, you recognize it if you see it. It's like a lot of game engines use it for like tools. We could probably build like some amount of UI for like posing and I don't know, stuff like that. But for now has not been a priority. But no, I'll definitely get it out there eventually. It's stop appearing. Okay, so we got to think what commands we want to build today. Because I guess we can write some simple ones to like answer simple questions. To be honest, uncensored content linked, yeah. Leaked, yes. Yeah, I end up showing that like almost every stream because it just pops up. Like I could probably make it appear on another monitor, but I'm not really trying to hide the Colonq face. Although yeah. You can sort of think of the smooth one, the big version, as that's fake. That's AI upscaled deepfake technology. Colonq is the pixely version. But yeah. Oh yes. So the tangent I was going on is that we are very close to affiliate. I was going to stream. The only requirement that I was missing was I have not streamed enough days in the last 30 days. So I was hoping I was one day off. So I was hoping to stream yesterday, so then that we could do like cool affiliate stuff today. But the what do you call it? Work was a bitch yesterday, so instead I decided to just do it today, and maybe next week we'll have or sometime over the weekend we'll do a little affiliate party, and we'll build out the. I really want, like, my ultimate goal, right, is I want a little function that's just called, like, pull, right? So I can say things like, okay, pull chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. And then this function, when I call this, it will create a Twitch poll, and this function won't return until the poll is over, and it will return the string that got the most votes. Also, welcome Tally. Oomphy, you can't watch. Your internet keeps buffering. Am I like gross? Very gross. I think I'm probably streaming at a pretty high bit rate. I don't actually know how Twitch like does anything. But yeah, I'm sorry if that's the case. I haven't tried to optimize my video very much. I just know that like video compression, or at least like I don't know anything about it. I'm sure I could tweak my settings to make this better, but like the easy mode defaults tend to like absolutely chunk like text. So I'm only streaming at 10 FPS just so I can get like good fidelity on the text, which is probably wrong. I think my bit rate is like 5,000 ish. So like I don't know. I also have to balance like the CPU usage on my end, and like it's a whole thing. We'll figure it out a little better. But for now, I'm sorry that's not working. Hello, can I ask what does Oomphy mean? Well, I think welcome Zenyahima. I think Oomphy is a, correct me if I'm wrong, Oomphy enjoyers. But my understanding of Oomphy is a Twitter term originally meaning something like one of my followers, one of my friends, right? Like this sort of thing. Like the is one of my. Yeah, it just sort of became like an all-purpose like word at this point, I think. It's sort of been set free from its original like context, and now it's just like, I don't know, people say it to mean like dude, or you know, like it's that sort of word, just to refer to people that you're like, I don't know, somewhat close to. And yeah, it sort of like has like comfy connotations, right? It sounds like comfy a little bit, right? It's I don't know, nice little word. Kind of like it. Don't hate it. Gotta, and I mean, you can of course go into like insane extensions, right? Like you can call people, I don't know, Oomfington and stuff like that. Like yeah. No, I think yeah, very very general thing. For at least the past, I haven't seen it for like a couple of years now, I think. I know there's some indies who definitely say it a lot. Like I think like it's like a Mint Castella, like that's like a iconic Mint Castella move. But yeah. So maybe that's a thing to do. That's a command. Why am I... Did I just fuck everything? No, I didn't. I accidentally like switch buffers. I need to like go here instead because like my default key binding just like goes to the last like buffer I was in or window, and like if I go to that one, it's a full screen window, so it like always like scares me. Ugh, LLLL Colonq jump scare. Okay. Let's oomphy. What do we do? Okay, we should probably make a helper function. Twitch say. Let's subtract over this a little bit. Write message to Twitch chat. And it is just this, pretty much. Wow. I just like programming, dude. I'm bursting into song here. It's kind of a bursting into song moment. It's been a long ass week. I'm very happy it's the weekend. I'm sure that sentiment is not unique. Positive of that. Okay. If we now fig Twitch say, we can just write whatever string we want. Okay. Can we write strings that have colons in them? I mean, I feel like IRC might get... Well, no, it shouldn't get confused. I should be able to deal with it. Hello. This is a string with a colon, with a doot. Okay. Hi. Just some test text. Okay, do that. Now, test it out. Okay, yeah, that works. Even, yeah. Perfect. Very cool. Hello. Chaotic. It's been a while. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute. We are I don't know what we were doing when we spoke last. I think I was probably working on Pokemon stuff because I did that for a good few weeks. And that's on taking a little break from that because I was kind of hit a nice point to stop. And right now I found a way to nicely interact with the Twitch API and Twitch chat without leaking my API keys. So we're building chat integration, right? So we just made this little some chat commands, right? And we can respond to things that you all type in the funny little chat box. Okay, so that seems like a good thing to have. What else can we have? And also, hello to 0xrar. We're seeing all the familiar faces in the LLLL Colonq extended universe. Welcome. Cool. Oh yeah, it does support Unicode. That's the other thing we built recently. We built this custom little chat box in Kinwhoop. Also, welcome back. Good to see you. Cowabunga. How am I? Well, I'm doing okay. It's been a long week, but we're having some fun, right? Work is over. Time for my face when it's study time. My face when it's gaming time. It's gaming time now. How about yourself? Gearing up for a big weekend? Let me actually add a thing. Right on, like, let's... Setting up my arch. My head is about to explode. Oh, fun. Well, not fun on the head exploding part, but I hope it's like head exploding in like a fun way. Building chat commands. I'm gonna make this small. Make it small. Try spinny oomphy. Okay. Yeah. Well, have you? Is this? I assume this is your first time like setting up one of the distros that doesn't have like a graphical installer. Do you? Is that correct? It's always a little scary, and when things go wrong, it can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking for sure. The partitioning bit is always the scary part for me, because I never I don't use like fparted or parted or whatever the fuck they are. Like I don't use them often enough. I used FreeBSD for a while. Oh, cool. I have not actually. I've used OpenBSD, but not FreeBSD. Cool. What's the complaint? What's exploding in dramatic fashion? Okay, what else are we gonna build? Let's add info. Everything. Oh, so at least you got to the point where UX works, right? That's always good. You have a working X11. You can display the image to the screen. Model toggles. And what else do we got? What else do we got here? Nice. Oh, volume too. Yeah, geez. Sound on Linux. I mean, historically has been a fun thing. Okay, let's see. Can we actually get multiple lines here? Test multiple Gen 2 DWM. That is exactly what I used to use. I was a DWM fan for a minute, from my Arch days through my Gen 2 days. Although I switched to this Emacs thing when I was in Gen 2 mode still. That's a lot of fun. DWM is fun. I like the suckless ecosystem is kind of like this terminal is actually the terminal that's rendering my model is actually ST, because it was the only, despite like I know Kitty and Alacrity are like GPU accelerated or whatever, right? And they were less load on my system, but they still like flickered a bunch as the model scrolled past. ST was the only one that could keep up. Speaking of Emacs, do you prefer it to Vim for any particular reason? Yeah, so this is, I mean, of course, classic. That's the classic flame war. I don't think it's actually really a competition at all, right? You might have noticed, right, at the bottom of my screen, I'm pressing I, right? An insert is popping up, right? What the hell is that? Emacs isn't a modal editor. So, I mean, I'm obviously using evil mode in Emacs, right? And I have always. I think I would go so far as to say that Emacs itself is not a good text editor, or at least like I don't like it as a text editor, and I have never used the default bindings, and I never will. But that's not the point of Emacs, right? So the point that Emacs occupies in my like stack of technology is not a point that competes with Vim. It's a point that competes with like GTK or Qt, right? For me, Emacs is a like a user interface library. Probably hard not displaying my battery usage. Well, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. But yeah, so Emacs, like people joke like, oh yeah, Emacs is a good operating system. It's only missing a decent text editor or whatever. I mean, joke from the 80s or whatever the fuck. But like, I don't know, evil mode is a good editor for Emacs, right? Like, so I'm using a VI implementation that is built on the Emacs user interface platform, right? I also use a Git porcelain that's built on the, sorry, we're sipping, on the Emacs UI platform, and an email client that's built on the Emacs UI platform, and a EXWM makes kind of all X windows and Firefox sort of run with my shared Emacs key bindings and like that kind of thing. What you sipping? I'm sipping on classic, clear, fresh water. We're chugging it down. So welcome Fuwacoco. I haven't tried, you know, just use Vim out of habit. Yeah, I mean, I was a Vim user for many a year, and these days we're yeah, I don't know. It's just a different point in my system. Friday Bro, no, I'm a teetotaler. I'm water gang only. Actually am I wear entirely I wear Taoist monk suits constantly. I only wear black jumpsuits. I sit in my apartment. Sparkling or non-sparkling? Well, I mean, that's the contentious question, right? I mean, are you going to live dangerously, right? Are you going to be a real rebel bad boy biker badass and drink sparkling water, or are you going to go for the flat water? And for me right now it's flat water, but I do like sparkling water. Which I think is just like a programmer thing, or maybe it's just like a West Coast tech asshole thing. Because like the like every startup I've ever been to is just like everyone just like drinks LaCroix all day, and that's like, I don't know. LaCroix's kind of mid though. I don't even know, like, can you even call one kind of sparkling water mid? Like it's they're all the same. Yeah. OMG, it's the old stereotype of a programmer. Yeah, what are all the programmer stereotypes, right? Like, I don't know. Ping pong, sparkling water, Magic the Gathering, I guess like general anime weeb stuff, Patagonia vests, yeah, like fancy coffee, like little, like taking espresso shots, all you heard is bottom. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not a lie for almost all. I think the programmer type, yeah, bad fashion, like, yeah, the Patagonia vest, the cargo pants or cargo shorts, and the socks and sandals, right? That's the yeah. Only so much flavor out of 0 calorie stuff. Yeah, I heard LaCroix described once. I'm not sure if this is like, was like a funny thing someone said to me, or like a thing that like was like some big Twitter meme that everyone knows, and then they said to me, so it's, I'm gonna like make a fool out of myself. I thought it was funny, where someone said that like LaCroix is like, if you like, they take the water and they like put it near fruit for a while, and that's how they do it. Really not very flavorful, but that's okay. Sometimes, like, I mean, as a programmer, right, like you're looking for like the minimal flavor, right? Any flavor in life is going to shock you out of your like Aphex Twin induced trance, and you need to just like scurry away from flavor and excitement as fast as possible back into your little hole in order to keep pressing the buttons to make I don't even know what, make the Kubernetes configuration work again, or whatever people do these days. Yeah, like it's very possible that, like, I mean, you know, like probably so much of taste is like driven by like your other senses. Yeah, we're encountering the quote bug again there, but I can see your message still, quote unquote flavored. But like, I wonder how much of your taste of like orange LaCroix or like pamplemousse is driven by like seeing the can and your brain just like filling in the gaps that like, oh yeah, this one tastes like grapefruit. I can kind of buy that. I sort of believe it. I'm yeah. Well, should we have a drink? What do we have? Is it like, can you get in trouble if I like for doing like a fake sponsorship bit, right? Like if I do like a really elaborate, like if you type exclamation point drink and I give like a really elaborate like fake sponsorship for like, I don't even know, like not something that people are actually sponsored by, but like fucking like Sierra Mist, that like, I don't know, well, that's something I would do if we were a little less, had fewer scruples. If we were scrupulous. Let's see. Let's just go for instead the lowercase, no pronunciation. It's WADA. In the middle of rebranding evil CEO, I really want to set up a fake corporate account to do PR. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. Like, holy fuck, that'd be fun. Like, I often think of like how many places you could like, I don't know, just like, will you add mostly used Twitch emotes? I guess what context do you mean that in, 0xrar? Because like what do you mean by add? To your chat thingy. Well, oh yeah, on to the chat display over yonder on this side. Well, yeah, I think I discussed that a little bit last time. I'm not. Oh, no worries, man. That should have been. I think that the context was more obvious than I just didn't pick it up. I've thought about it, right? Like Emacs can display images. We can display images inline. I even have like various things that do that. Like you can, at least you used to be able to like do Twitter. Yes, it works. But like I don't know if it's gonna be worth it for like, I guess we could do like the global Twitch emotes and like my chat emotes maybe once we have those. It'd work. But yeah. We will see. So let's think. What do we want to like when we say like info, right? We can say like available commands. I mean, of course, we could like set this up in a much nicer way where we have like a whole thing and like maybe we'll do that actually. Oh, yeah, let's do that. But no, I don't want to. I think this is fun. I guess drink, like when people do like, again, a lot of these are gonna be ported to channel points things, right? And everyone does like the little like, oh ho ho, drink water thing. And maybe that needs to be a I'm drinking it. Yeah. Seasick. Info. Infy. I think it's funny if info lists itself. Okay. Lol. Oh yeah, render them as text. That could be funny. Yeah, maybe we do that. Or no. Not list of tuple match. Yeah, okay, I know. We could do an A list, right? Sure. Let's just do that. We'll do the thing. What are we doing? Fig command. What are we calling them? Let's just say Twitch chat commands. Oh, and that's going to be something like this. Spinny. Yeah. It's fun to have some backseating every time. This is a backseating allowed chat room, by the way. That's we're gonna be very clear about that. We want and accept that kind of behavior here. Okay, we should make a helper for this too. Fig model toggle on model. Welcome, bad cop. Yeah, it's all in Emacs. You better believe it. My whole life's in Emacs, so we gotta keep the streak up. It's that's how it is sometimes on this bitch of an earth. Yeah, it's always either that reaction or horror and despair. We're also writing, actually, if you replace that variables right there in nerdy mode. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think, I mean, we're writing kind of like real, like we're writing software in Emacs here, right? Like there's not really any room to be not nerdy mode. Like it's we are fully in the realm of nerd hell here. What else do we need? We need CSEC. What is that? To do zoom wave, and we'll do cons, and we'll do our resonant sleeper as well. I'm giving these a parameter because meaning I'm a Vim user, but I respect. Yeah, well, I am a Vim user. I mean, this is like, you can see me jumping in and out of insert mode on the bottom of the screen. I don't use the Emacs key bindings. The Emacs key bindings are IMO. IMO, of course, shit. They are just like worse. So we use modal editing. I'm pressing I's and escapes and W's and all that stuff. I'm pressing $$ to delete the rest of the line. You know it. NeoVim for the win. Yeah. I'm glad that NeoVim exists. I wish we had Neo Emacs. My impression is, well, I guess there's sort of efforts in that direction, but they're not like, they're kind of doing things in the direction of like, more like the way, there's this project called the Nyxt browser, no relation to the Nyxt package manager, spelled NYXT. Yeah, of course, we're a sleeper agent here. We're behind enemy lines, deep in Emacs territory. I've immersed my whole life into Emacs territory. I have an Emacs job. I'm an Emacs family. It's all gonna go up in smoke when they say the activation phrase. Cool. There's info. Let's just copy this. Oomphy. Emacs wife, Emacs kids. Welcome, Pony Sashashtian. Is it Lisp? Yeah, this is Emacs Lisp. We're writing a little bit of we're living in an Emacs world, and we've written all kinds of stuff to make Emacs talk to Twitch, and that's what we're doing today. Building some commands, building some integrations. If you wanna see something, if you type let me give you an example so we can set this in motion. You can type things like this to make my situation get a little inverted, if you like. Where are we going here? Open my laptop to investigate the bump. Repair shop legit taped a screw to my battery. No pierces though. Well, that's my condolences. That seems pretty fucked. Pretty fucked. Okay, so what are we doing here now? I mean, we're gamers, right? So we're just linearly search. We're just gonna like iterate over this this list and check each one. When S contains car of it, text and func call cutter it. Yeah, you can't remember where the last screw went, so you just tape it somewhere. Just throw it somewhere. Just tuck it into the body cavity. That's what surgeons do, right? Gotta just learn from the best. When you're a computer surgeon, you gotta learn from the best. My wife is absolutely cackling next to me, because I'm just rambling here. We're having fun. Let's see. What are we doing? Fun call cutter it on text again, because we want these to have access to text in theory. We're not actually doing with it yet. Okay, is this not known to be defined? What the fuck is this? There we go. Do these still work? Drinkies. Yeah. Cool. Cool. We're getting somewhere. Man, I feel like I'm hunching over like an absolute goblin to get in the right range for my mic, but it probably just still sounds like you're literally inside. Generate the info. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the next thing to do. Of course. Of course. Blah blah blah. Easy enough. Blah. Do we have like an intercalate? Who are you calling a whore? It's fine. You can call me anything you want. I believe anything is acceptable. Yeah, I am a hard coding Andy. I'm a student of the Church of Jonathan Blow. I'm becoming a blower, a blow lord, a blowhard, if you will. And I don't know. I am kind of getting into that. I'm a Haskell programmer by trade. And I spent a number of years not writing C and stuff. And I'm slowly realizing, like, hey, maybe I actually want a debugger. Maybe a debugger would be good. Maybe that's like a good thing that we should have. What am I even doing here? Like, map that this that big. Is there like an onwards? Haskell has onward. What has an S prefix? Oh, oh, is it just join? Join separator. In Haskell, they call that intercalate because they like to sound smart. I think literally everywhere else I've ever seen it's called join. Okay, we're no longer hard coding. Oh, we need to do that thing. Do that whole thing. Oh, that's funny. Because one of them is well, we'll filter them. We'll be nice. We won't spoil the emotes that we're going to react to with horrible sound clips of a guy screaming Mr. Beast. So instead, we will say filter S contains it. This goes needle haystack, right? Yeah. Indents nice and deep. Yeah, hell yeah. Linus would be set, but this is Lisp. We have no choice. This isn't even getting into, like, I mean, I hate the okay, there we go. That's a thing. I hate the indentation style. Like, I don't know. I want this to be over here, but I'm too lazy to not just do the default Lisp Emacs Lisp indentation thing, because it's like everyone just uses that because, like, realistically, nobody is ever writing Emacs Lisp outside of Emacs, and Emacs just like does reasonable, like somewhat reasonable indentation by default. But if I want it to be over there, I have to put this over here, and it's like gross. I hate indentation that's like alignment that's like dependent on symbol names, because it just like totally mangles the diffs, and it's fucking gross. Yeah, it's fucked up in a lot of ways, and we can't really fix it on stream because it's like it's on another machine. It's fucked up in the presence of quotes, and also colons. I think it's, do you stream from Linux? Welcome remove was taken. Yeah, this is, I've been seeing you around a lot. This is this guy. Takes a second. We're on NixOS. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you want to have some fun, I'm sure you can find a what's the word? A equivalent on like XSS. It's not XSS here, but like you know what I mean, like a user input escape. But we'll fix it before next stream probably. I just didn't have time. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to run arbitrary code here. But like I'm sure there's some kind of injection you can do. Yeah, this is a shitty old laptop. That definitely cannot handle a lot of what we're trying to do, which is why part of the reason why the chat code is running on another machine, because like I don't want to have to, it's a Haskell program and I don't want to compile Haskell on this because it will catch on fire. Yeah. Oh, written in Bash. Yeah, Bash is like you place one quote in the wrong place and then suddenly like the string is executing, right? Like yeah, that's pretty scary. That's kind of cool though. Are you just like connecting to I mean IRC is a pretty nice program. Like are you just like netcatting in? Or like what's the connection mechanism? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool way to do it. Very cool, very nice, very neat. What do we do now? Well, we just got the question from our friend remove was taken. We actually were asking, we were saying before, not to beef on you, remove was taken, but we need a command to answer some common questions, right? Like what OS is this? Which say xddddd overflow. Well, I mean overflow, that sounds is that a, yeah, specs, that's a thing. We're only going to care about the software specs. Should I just say, I could just say check the about, but that's kind of rude. I don't want to be rude. If I ever burp, it's TTS. That's what we've decided mutually as a community. If I make any noise that's strange, that's TTS. Yeah, okay. Specs. Can we actually send multi-line messages here? I mean, this is where we're gonna find. So the source of a lot of these fuck ups, right? The source of the whole fucking situation, if you will, is that I'm being incredibly lazy on both sides of like, so the way all of this works, right? The way these commands are wired up is that there is a server, doesn't support multi-line message. Oh yeah. Do you like, if you like, do copy pastas like that, like are like art? Do they just like use spaces and rely on like the standard width of the text of the chat box then? That's funny. Well, either way, you can do this though. Cool. That printed out as action. That's pretty funny. I wonder, I am connecting to like the I mean, Twitch has like, I'm sure you know Bad Cop, right? Like you can enable like the additional capabilities. Yeah, /me. Classic. Can you /em too? Like if I, no, you can't /em. I was gonna /em shits aggressively, but We were thwarted. Okay, specs. Emacs, or like, let's just say, editor, evil mode. WM, EXWM. What do we say here? Just OS, Nix OS, sure. Hardware, shit laptop. Well, that kind of worked. Fig is just what I'm calling this thing. No relation to I don't know, anything, I guess. Figging or whatever people do these days. It's all just a funny little guy. Just like our, I don't know, Figma balls. Yeah, that works. I try and pick names that are just like evocative, right? You can, like, obviously my name, right? Like LLLL, right? There's so many little plays you can have there, right? Like taking L's. It's got the word colon in it. Just kind of just like a funny word on its own. Colonq sounds really funny. Like you can, I'm sure there's underexplored possibilities in that realm, right? You can do Figma balls. Yeah, I just like naming things. Naming things is fun. Colon these nuts. That's a little stretch, I would say. That's a bit of a stretch, but I'll allow it. Okay. We can. Yeah, that works. What else is there to do? So many of these, like, it's hard. Like, maybe I will like just add a bunch of these things that, like, because, like, again, next stream. Oh, also thank you for the follow, FXHXYZ. I don't know if you are a bot or not. I'm gonna assume you aren't, because I want to think that you are a remarkable and wonderful person who is a genuine appreciator of the LLLL stream. So thank you very much, and welcome. Hope you stick around. It's too much to ask for the laptop model number. I think this is a ThinkPad T480. If you want the serial number, you're probably out of luck. Yeah, it's a ThinkPad. It's one of the Lenovo ones. It's not like one of the real classic ones, but it's fine. It does the job. It's functional. What else can we have here? Let's make some, like, yeah. Yep. That's the one. Cons. Get you one of these. Yeah, I don't know. I think my next laptop, don't tell anybody, but we're buying an M2 Mac. Yeah, what's the Mac address? Yeah, what is your current IP? Oh yeah, and also, I mean, speaking of that, I've been kind of like, does anyone know? I mean, I'm sure we got some streaming gamers in the chat, right? Does anyone know how to, like, unfollow? Yeah, but wait until you hear what I'm gonna do with the Mac. But does anyone know how to make Google not show your location whenever you search, like, the word new? Because I think I've configured, like, every possible option to, like, not track me. But if I just Google search for the word new, it's like suggestions for near you, and it like shows my location, and I can't turn that off. I guess I can just, like, I would just not use Google, but, like, all the other, like, everything else, I mean, believe me, I've tried. Yeah, so okay. We'll leave that. We'll leave the ranting about Google relentlessly trying to inform the world about my location. But yeah, DuckDuckGo, yeah, maybe. I was hosting my own, like, Searx, like, SEARX instance, which is like a meta search thing that aggregates, it like goes through Google, but it's kind of unreliable, and, like, I don't know. DuckDuckGo is probably just as bad as Google. I really don't know, man. There are no, like, and search just, like, sucks now. You can't find anything. Like, everything, like, like I hate Reddit, and I have to put Reddit after every search, right? If I'm like looking for information, either I'm like going to Stack Overflow or I'm going to Reddit. I guess I could use Brave too, but like Brave, like I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll find something. But yeah, the Hackintosh idea, right? I don't know if anyone has followed the cool stuff that's happening in the world of I think it's Asahi Linux. There's actually a this is some VTuber adjacent content, so attention VTuber fans. There's a streamer by the name of Asahi Lina who does the development of the Apple Silicon Linux GPU drivers. I think like the whole project, they've done a really good job like reverse engineering all the stuff they need. And like I think like Linux, like they have their own distro, Asahi, but it's like a fork of like a fork of Arch. But then I think they're trying to keep it like as vanilla as possible. And I know you can run Nix. And like I don't know, I just want to like, it would be useful for me for a variety of reasons to have like an ARM machine to dev on. And like the Apple chips just seem like they're super snappy and really fast. And like also you get shared RAM, you get shared VRAM and RAM, right? So if you like, I'm not into like machine learning, but I'm sort of into like consuming machine learning, maybe, right? I'm interested in like running inference on models, right? And if you just need like massive amounts of VRAM, that seems like the way to go, right? Like when the Llama model leaked recently, like I think everyone can like, you can run Llama like 64 gigabyte if you have like on CPU with like relatively small amounts of CPU due to like quantization stuff now, like the whole llama.cpp library. I don't know. I might be saying random words that nobody cares about. Oh, and also thank you for the follow 16 minutes ago, Bad Cop. I didn't notice that, but I have to give you your embarrassing little remark. But yeah, like just like having a fuck ton of RAM that the GPU can also use just seems like a great thing, right? Like why not have that? That seems really fun. So I think the plan is, I don't think Asahi yet supports the M2, so I'm gonna wait a couple months for that to exist. Wow, that actually almost rendered nicely. Very cool. Amusingly, it rendered more nicely in this thing than it did on my little Twitch stream monitor thing on the side, because I think the width is different. That's a fun occurrence. Well, I guess it's because you put \n in, right? You can just put in whatever. I think if you just put in Haskell escape sequences, because Haskell does like a weird like decimal encoded Unicode thing. I think that might just like do something. Wow. Do we have a GHC on here at all? Why am I weird? No, we don't. I don't want to install one. How long would it take to... we like... Let's make it tell us what it's doing. GHC. Is that gonna like kill the stream? It might kill the stream, so we might have to be control C gamers here. But I mean, the dash shell is supposed to say like, tell me what it's doing. But oh yeah, this is just crunching. That's crunching a little bit. It's getting a little bit crunchy. So we're gonna pass on that. Yeah. But yeah, I think if you just like, we'll figure it out. I don't know. It's probably gonna be fixed by next stream. Fingers crossed. So your time to be able to use weird things is fast approaching. Okay. What's up now? What is up? You want something. We do want something. What's our next little command here? I think we probably want like more. Let me get my headphones in. I have The dog is up. How do you stop the spam? I'm getting dizzy. It's exclamation point spinny. It's the one in the the try after the try on the top left. With an E. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not going to run eLisp code. Thankfully. Well, let's add a few more soundboard things that will eventually make our way to channel points. But for this wonderful evening, they will be freely available to all comers. All coomers. Any comers in the chat? Okay, what do we're doing? So I'm a fan of the Hina Bobina stream on twitch.tv. And yeah, just trying. Yeah, I do the same thing. As soon as I see like a little browser game or something that I'm playing, like a HTML game that's it's got a bunch of forms, I'm in full on XSS mode, man. I'm like, we're putting in quotation marks, we're putting in pluses, putting in all kinds of bullshit. I have the page open that's like all the common things that people forget to do. The common, like whatever fucked up PHP version will have the thing that escapes that sanitizes your user input that doesn't actually work. The whole thing. Yeah, just a couple of funny characters in there. Yeah, that one doesn't work at all. I think like so. Yeah, that's yeah. I wonder like if someone actually finds one, I'm just gonna have to like shut it down. It's gonna have to be shut down very quickly. Let's there we go. Welcome Digby. Welcome. How was your stream? Saw you were rocking and stoning a little bit, getting stoned. How did that all go? Let's make a what is a funny thing to say? If I say my bias and we play the Super Idol song, is that good? Is that funny? Is that a funny joke to make? Then more Dragon Ball The Breakers. That's like a I hadn't seen that game, right? But it's like is it like what's it called? The serial killer game where you like run away from the guy. Like an asymmetrical slasher. Is that the thing? Yeah, well, we're gonna do the song. How long? If this song is like obnoxiously loud and like makes everyone leave, that's gonna be fun. Is it just superidol.mp3? We might have to turn this one off. We might need to add cooldowns. We might need the cooldown feature to be Dead by Daylight with Dragon. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. That's the one. Is this super? Let's see how loud this is. Oh, that's excellent. That's perfect. This is the soundtrack that we need for our programming here. I'm thinking this is the correct thing. We're gonna be blasting this. I'm being informed that the volume is a little high, but I think we're gonna leave it. We're gonna go bravely. Let's just add a bunch of these because like eventually. Okay, we also need video effects. So maybe a thing to do, like I'm not actually using the OBS for fucking anything. Like this is just like I'm doing like screen capture. A Buff Seagull says, "Can I recommend a dumb remix of Super Idol?" Please, by all means. You gotta record an original song for the Straight Outta Haskell. Man, that quote thing is really annoying, huh? Yeah, I don't wanna. You know, I am a talented vocalist and lyrical poet and rapper. So you better believe I'm gonna be busting it down, as they say. I love the attempts. I think it's likely to not happen though, my friends. If you get it, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh, you have an idea? Oh, show people how to use quotes. Yeah. Okay, you're sending me a super idle remix. You're not evil. Thank you for protecting the integrity of this chat, Fuwacoco. You're an important part of the health and safety of all of our members here at LLLL Colonq channel. Oh, that's potentially fucked up. You can just use whatever escape you want, right? Give me audio on this thing? Oh yeah, this kind of bangs. Where's the drop though? Oh shit, yeah, that's gonna be. I think we might use that one, Seagull. That one's gonna be real obnoxious. I don't know if you've been introduced. You've shown up before, right? You've been around. You've been around the block, but we've been here for the one of the themes on this channel is determining what it means to program under extreme duress, right? Anyone can program in a quiet room with the big wooden door, no boss breathing down their back, but that's a luxury for very few of us, right? All the fresh young bucks going out in the world from straight out of school, they don't understand that, and they don't understand that a lot of the time you're going to be working with people screaming at you constantly and shrill music playing in your ears. Your body is being beaten with sticks and rocks. You're just doing all you can to hang on to consciousness while you type that last last route in your business to business SaaS single page app API configuration page. You're gonna be. It's just gonna be all you can do to even stay conscious, and that's the experience that we want to replicate here. That's exactly what we want. Coverage. What do we want to do with coverage? What are you saying, dude? I'm not saying anything, man. I think you're imagining things. You must be dreaming, dude. Well, yeah. Test coverage, yeah. Well, I mean, that would be a good. Oh, yeah. That's actually perfect. Let's do that right now. No, don't copy that one. Coverage. There, perfect. Oh, we should make it random. We should make it random percentage. Is this inclusive? It's exclusive. Number to string. You're getting somewhere. You're certainly getting somewhere. You're gonna put a lot of funky characters into my Emacs. Does this work? Perfect. If you use this, yeah, we're in the right place now. This is what we need. I think this is really you gotta show this. If this is what you show to your boss. When they tell you to add test coverage to CI, this is what you need. Don't understand what that is, but it's fun to watch coding happen. Well, I mean, I'm glad it's fun. We're mostly here to have a good time, right? Like, who the hell knows? I mean, in all sincerity, memes aside, jokes aside, funny business aside, this is the reason I'm doing this is because, like, I think a lot of people, in my experience, tend to like take programming like super seriously, right? Like programming is just like something that's like it's like associated with like homework assignments, right? And like leak code for job interviews and then just like work, right? And that's never been the case for me. Like I love programming. Programming is like so much fun, and like I just want to have fun on the computer. And like I hope that this can be a window into like programming can be a thing that you can do to have fun on the computer instead of like some shitty assignment where you're explaining how like some bullshit thing reduces to 3-sat or something. Like you can just have a whole lot of fun and you can build goofy things and you can like actually accomplish things. Like I don't know, we're writing some bots, we're like integrating with fun games, we're gonna do all kinds of shit, and it doesn't have to be hard and it doesn't have to be scary. We're sipping again. So even if the actual content is like incomprehensible gibberish while I rant about like, I don't know, like Cox coming or like whatever we're talking about today, like it can still be like a good old time for everyone involved, because like, I don't know, we're still at least nominally accomplishing something using the computer, and like that was a thing that we just did for fun. They call him Big O in bed. Yeah, they certainly do. They actually call me I don't know, Big Omega. I agree with your take, but some people make the mistake of doing it for work and school and end up having to do things they don't want. Yeah, I mean, for sure, right? I mean, and that's not a bad thing, right? Like, right, like people got to make money. Like I know that for sure, right? Like you gotta. It's tough out there, and programming pays well, right? And I'm sorry, it kind of sucks that it does pay so well, right? Because it's like, I don't know, right? Like it's. I think programming is like really I imagine it would be really brutal and like boring if you didn't like it a lot, and like people like going into it because it's like, well, I'm gonna make 6 figures, and then like, well, I'm gonna hate this all day and be miserable. But like, I guess for those people you can just move into management, and like it's not like most people who are hired to program actually program very much anyway. No shade to people who like are doing that, right? But like there's just like such tremendous inefficiency anyway that if you don't like programming, you can just very easily like climb the ranks a little bit, do some bullshitting, bite the bullet for a year or two, and then coast. Maybe that's changing. I don't know. We have all these layoffs now. The shape of the industry seems to be shifting around. But like for me, like people, I mean, I don't know. People keep asking me like, well, what do you think about the tech industry now? What are the layoffs? What's the situation, right? Like I'm like, I don't give a shit at all, right? Because for me, like I do this for fun, right? I mean I do it for work too, but like I can find something else to do to make some money, right? Like it's I just want to, this is what I do for fun. Alto says, sorry, I'll read back in the chat a little bit after we were ranting. Alto says, I studied in IT high school, and last year there was this guy that didn't get why me and my close friends like Linux. We asked him why he was there. He replied, I wanted to learn how to program because it pays well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like that. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like a lot of people want to be doctors because it pays well, right? That's a perfectly acceptable motivation, right? Like gotta eat, right? Gotta have a house. Yeah, I don't know. There's a great book. There's a biography of Linus Torvalds called Just for Fun that is I don't know, maybe illustrative. Digby says, I wouldn't mind getting back to that and actually following through on the stuff I once planned to do, but I don't know if I could at this point. I bet you could, right? I mean, I've seen it a whole lot. I was a teaching assistant in a computer science school for like 5 years. I've seen a whole lot of people, and I think the biggest thing for a lot of people is just like Remove Was Taken was saying, just like, I don't know, like anxiety and fear surrounding it, right? Like people, I don't know, go through school, and like school really instills you with this attitude of like, well, it's not okay to make mistakes, right? And it's not okay to not know things, right? You're taking math tests and you can't even have like a fucking calculator, and like that's like fucking up like numerically hurts your future. Excuse me. More TTS. But like you can, like, the best way to learn a program, and the only way to learn a program is just to like try it, right? Just like do it a bunch and just like throw shit at it until like you like I really think that's the best way. Really, of course, like there's a lot of room for like learning the fundamentals, right? And like data structures and algorithms and like theoretical computer science stuff and programming languages, like that's all useful and really good. But like ultimately, to be a good programmer, you just got to program a lot, right? You just got to sit down and like think like, hey, I want to build this thing. Let's build it, right? Let's start maybe start like not super ambitious. Hey, I want to build a little like calculator app, right? Like in the command line, like you can do that, and it will be shitty at first. Like it will be bad, but you can get better. Digby says, yeah, I got that pressure a lot as a kid. It took me until recently to learn how to be comfortable with failure. Yeah, because like, I mean, everyone fails, right? Like that's just like when you're doing anything, like, because when you're in school, right, everything is designed for you to succeed. Once you're in the real world, anything worth doing, right, like there's a big chance of failure, like, and you will fail multiple times before you get it, and that's just like, that's how it goes. I mean, everyone else comfortable with my failure. Yeah, you gotta enforce that a little bit too, right? That's a thing a lot of people do, right? Like, I know I struggle with this a lot myself, right? Like I'm like a people pleaser. Like I don't like to fail, so I'll like I'll push really hard and like overwork myself to get things done. Like sometimes you gotta like show people that like, yeah, I'm failing, right? Like I can't handle that. That's my first program to write on every language I learn. Yeah, it's a good one, right? Have some user interaction, right? Some, I don't know, slightly non-trivial stuff. Everything's designed for you to succeed in school. Man, you should see British schools, lol. Yeah, well, I think, well, by succeed, I sort of mean like nominally succeed, right? In the sense that like, they're not like truly novel problems, right? Like someone wrote a problem set, right? And then there is a solution to the thing, right? Of course, like workloads, I mean, I certainly know how high pressure academic environments go, right? I offer the highest sympathy and condolences and respect to anyone in those kind of situations, because I know that's real taxing on your mental health. But like even the problems have been solved already, right? They're just asking you to resolve them. Whereas like the problems that you find when you're like starting a business or like doing novel research or something, right? Things that people like stumble into and are not comfortable with failure yet. Like those problems haven't been solved, right? If you're trying to like prove a new theorem or like study a new protein or something like this, right? Like nobody knows how to solve that problem. So it's like, and like then like you might fail, and like you just have to be comfortable with that. I don't know. This was quite a rant, but like, yeah, if you want to program, okay, we're gonna add another one. Learn programming. Step 1, program. Yeah, because that's how you do it, right? Like, and like the mindset that will make you a programmer is the mindset that encourages, I think, right? Like start Googling shit, right? Like you're certainly not gonna ever be not Googling shit, and or like in a more like, I don't know, highfalutin sense. If you don't want to be Googling Stack Overflow posts and copy and pasting people's Django configurations or whatever people do, you can like, you're looking things up in reference manuals, right? Like you're reading the fucking manual. You're reading textbooks. Textbooks are great, right? Like you just got to do it, right? Just start doing it. Like you could just do it today. It's there's nothing stopping you. Man, yeah. That's step 2. Man. Maybe not really. I don't know if you want to start with like C or whatever. But if you want to start with C, go for it, right? I got like into C. I think I learned Python. That was my first language way back in the day, because it was installed by default on Ubuntu, and I got into C because I wanted to mod NetHack. Right? Just don't start with Java. Yeah, I mean, start with Java if you want to, right? I think a ton of people probably start programming now, writing mods for Minecraft in Java, right? And that's great. That fucking rocks, right? Just like write stuff. It doesn't matter that much, right? The thing that matters is making things, right? Like the choice of like endless water cooler discussion about tools is like way less, right? Like the thing that matters is just write stuff. Just build something. Decide you're going to build something and build it. And it's going to suck the first time, and then throw it away and try something else with the lessons you've learned. And that's the whole process. Repeat that forever, right? Try and make something, make a bunch of mistakes, learn from the mistakes, try and make it again. Just go. That's it. Start with a lunch bag full of transistors and Scotch tape. Yeah, you can do, if you really want to learn. I mean, this is probably more if you're like an more experienced person, you're a little more into it. There's a whole thing called NAND to Tetris that teaches you how to build Tetris from literally the bottom, right? Like transistors. And it's cool. It's a cool thing to do if you have a free summer or something. So programming is just art, but with extra numbers. Yeah, it's definitely, God knows it's not engineering. Maybe it could be engineering one day, but it's not engineering now. It's art, and that's fine. I'm never gonna be an engineer, right? I'm a programmer. Or it'll get 1,000 stars on GitHub and you have to support it for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's when you just that's when you ghost, do the GitHub ghost technique, where you keep that account for interviews and like job applications, to be like, yo, I have this repo with 1,000 stars, and then you just like never look at it. In the old days, people learned coding from typing basic programs from magazines. Yep, right? Predates me, certainly. Shows my vintage, but like, yeah, that shit's good. I would even recommend, like, I feel like it's better and easier probably to learn to code with like without internet, right? Internet's probably like the internet's super helpful, like, because it's like you can look things up easily, but you're also just gonna get like pulled in a million directions with like people telling you to do shit, and like half those people like don't even know what they're talking about, and like you're watching YouTube videos and constantly getting distracted, and it's better to just like sit down with the manual with something like, and just like make suboptimal choices, just like make mistakes, just go hack video games, right? Like that's the good thing, right? Make Minecraft mods, because then you have like an incentive, and like, yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't know, and I don't know fucking anything anyway, right? Like I'm talking like I'm some big shot. I don't know. I've been doing this for a really long time, but like I just like it, right? It's fun. I hope other people can have fun with it too. Most start project is my dot files. Yeah, that's how it be sometimes. I think I like, yeah, I don't want to like Lovers Lab Minecraft mod. Does Lovers Lab have Minecrafts? Are there Minecraft? Oh, I mean, I'm sure there are, but like, oh dear. Oh dear. What have we done? What have we wrought? What hath God wrought? Question we ask ourselves every day. Well, I mean, good for them. But hope they're having fun with it. That's pretty nuts. Yeah. And that's maybe a deep dive. I want to do deep dives on this stream. This is just turning into a Zatsu, which is fine. I like talking. But like, one of the deep dives I want to do is like, do you ever Google things and like find like wikis on like crazy topics? And they're just like being edited by like there's just like some dude who's like obsessed with this topic, which is like cool. I'm like a fan of people being obsessed with things and like doing something about it and like making shit. But like, I was like Googling something about I wanted to like answer a question about like Candyland or something, like the board game Candyland, and I Googled it, and there's like a whole like Hasbro board games wiki or something, and like some of the descriptions of things on the Candyland wiki with all the versions of Candyland were like they're certainly not following the neutral point of view or whatever the Wikipedia thing is, right? Like they're really drumming it up and adding a lot of emotion to these descriptions. So maybe we'll dive into that at some point. And like other things, I know the Micronations wiki also is like fucking nuts. Is there an issue with Wikipedia and non-English versions of the wiki? Some having basically just one contributor. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, so this is actually a thing. We're gonna hope Google doesn't dox me. Let's see. We're going for this. Russian copper mine Wikipedia forgery. We good? Are we loading? Oh, this is like fucking shit. Okay, I can't find this. Okay, yeah. This is on. Why is this on fucking Namecheap? Yifan. Yeah, here's this Vice story. We're gonna read this together today. Yeah, Namecheap is where I get all my news too, dude. A bored Chinese housewife spent years falsifying Russian history on Wikipedia. She, quote, single-handedly invented a new way to undermine Wikipedia, says a Wikipedian. There could be probably less charitable names you might give to Wikipedians, but who knows? There was an infamous one a while back. Was it the Scots Gaelic version? Yes. Like it was one dude doing the entire Scots Gaelic Wikipedia, and it was all just like, it was just like some American teenager. It was all fake. Okay. This one is so based though, right? This one is like, I don't know, unfathomable. I love it so much. And like people like hate on this kind of thing. I don't know. I'm obsessed with like forgeries, I guess. Like I like fake, that's a separate topic, but like, okay. Posing as a scholar, a Chinese woman spent years writing alternative accounts of medieval Russian history on Chinese Wikipedia, conjuring imaginary states, battles, and aristocrats in one of the largest hoaxes on the open source platform. The scam was exposed last month by Chinese novelist Yi Fan, probably pronouncing that horribly, I apologize, who was researching for a book when he came upon an article on the Kashin silver mine. Discovered by Russian peasants in 1344, the Wikipedia entry goes, the mine engaged more than 40,000 slaves and freedmen, providing a remarkable source of wealth for the Russian Principality of Tver, in the 14th and 15th centuries, as well as subsequent regimes. The geological composition of the soil, the structure of the mine, and even the refining process were fleshed out in detail in the entry. Plot twist, actual historians also do this, Kappa. Yeah, that's the big brain take, right? I'm a hollow earther. I'm a flat earther. I don't know, man. I believe everything is fake. I'm a I don't know. I'm a hashtag truther. I don't even know. Like I'm trying to think of something funny to say to follow that up. But yeah, there is no earth. I'm a cylindrical earther. I'm a toroidal earther. Colloidal earther. Hell yeah. Wake up, sheeple. Yeah, honestly, I'm convinced, dude. It sounds like, I mean, they're saying all this stuff and they sound so convincing. Like, it's gotta be right? Like, why would they lie? Okay, so here's the whole thing. This silver mine, the Kashin silver mine. Yifan thought he'd found interesting material for a novel. Little did he know, he'd stumbled upon an entire fictitious world constructed by a user known as Jimao. It was one of 206 articles she has written on Chinese Wikipedia since 2019, weaving facts into fiction in an elaborate scheme that went uncaught for years and tested the limits of crowdsourced platforms' ability to verify information and fend off bad actors. When they write my Wikipedia page, there better be a description of an elaborate scheme that went uncaught for years. I want that to be my legacy. Elaborate schemes. The content she wrote is of high quality. Hell yeah. And the entries were interconnected, creating a system that can exist on its own. Veteran Chinese Wikipedian Zhang Yip told Vice World News, Jimao single-handedly invented a new way to undermine Wikipedia. Yifan was tipped off when he ran the Silvermine story by Russian speakers and fact-checked Jimao's references, only to find that the pages or versions of the book she cited did not exist. Yeah, so there's fake citations, right? And who's ever going to know, right? Like, this person's like going to libraries, right? Calling up historians, right? If you just like seed this, right? Like add a little sentence to a page and cite some book without a link, right? No one's ever going to know. People he consulted also called out her lengthy entries on ancient conflicts between Slavic states. Thanks for coming by, ZeroXRAR. This was a lot of fun. Hope to see you again soon. I know you're in the Discord, so we'll chat. We'll catch up. Yeah, and also, yeah, join the Discord if you haven't. There's a link in the about section. I don't know, we solve most of the content. I think is I solved, like, one dude was writing a CTF and we did some CTF brainstorming a little bit. So like things like that, just general computing nonsense. We'll get up to it. Yeah, so like you get the picture, right? Like this woman is writing about like these like sieges, right? Like, and the articles were so detailed that they were translated independently back to English and Russian, right? That's fucking nuts. I don't know, like it's such like a yeah, as Buff Siegel says, House of Leaves in real life. It's like a Borges story, right? Probably saying that wrong too. Jorge, like the Argentinian author. author of the Aleph and like stories like that, right? Probably my favorite writer of short stories. Just like this like complete fake history, just like for fun, right? Like that's just like mixed in with truth in a very nuanced way, right? Like it's very hard to disentangle what is true and what is false, right? Like imagine the job they had, right? I mean, it goes on later on, this person was like using sock puppet accounts too, right? Like, and like claiming to be an employee at some university and like having like sock puppets claiming to be Russian students and like going back and forth and like that's so incredible. Like if it was less connected to one user, I think it would be so hard to like, because like who the fuck knows, like it's like a silver, it's from like some obscure silver mine in the 1300s, right? Like it would be like if this was done with 100 accounts that were also posting legitimate information elsewhere over like on Tor or VPNs or whatever, like it would not be possible to disentangle, I think, right, from reality. And that would just be like, it would just be like it was true, right? Like one person could just like change history. Yeah, and a state could easily pull off a stack like this, right? Like it's just so cool to like think about like the, I don't know, provenance is something that's really interesting, right? Like proving that something is what it says it is like kind of impossible, right? That's what NFTs claim to do, but like they can't really do that, right? You can always just copy the damn JPEG, right? You can upload another NFT, right? Like it's not like I don't know. It's like it's an interesting thing. And similar topics are coming up with all the AI stuff. Like I know people were mentioning GPT-4. Like yeah, GPT-4 is going to be writing a whole lot of these Wikipedia articles starting yesterday. Starting before it was released publicly. And only accelerating. And like for like AI art, right? Like people are like, "Oh, why can't we add like digital signatures to like cameras to like prove that images are like actual photographs?" Well, you can't do that. Like fundamentally, like that doesn't work, right? Because I'm just going to reverse engineer the camera and I'm going to take the signing key and I'm going to sign my AI art, right? Like I'm going to sign my fake photographs, and like there's no way to like do it in the end, right? Like sure, you can prove that something is signed by some key, right? But like you can't like yeah, I don't know, right? Like you can prove that it came from you, the controller of the key, but you can't prove that it's real. And that's just how it is. No, interesting stuff. But like yeah, this one has stuck with me because it's like it's just very interesting. Yeah, entries appeared comprehensive with some citations, but like some were made up and others had page numbers that did not, but which means some of them were true, right? Like it's just so cool, right? Like elaborate fakes like that, right? Things that it's not just like petty vandalism, right? It's someone really diving deep for 10 years. And like the fun part about it is it's not like malicious, right? Like of course, like I mean you can imagine, I mean you can get up in arms about like malicious usages of things like this, or like AI stuff, or like, but this is just someone having fun, right? I mean they're having fun by like falsifying world history, but like it's still just like a lot of fun. I'm glad their hobby project was brought them fulfillment, presumably. You did this to get your job. Yeah, I mean good on you. Resumes are fucked. Real, like honestly, they're gonna ask you for 15 years of React experience, and fuck that. And no one even reads the things anyway, right? Like the resume is like, it's just like the robot reads them and looks for keywords, and then like the whole hiring decision is just based on the interview, right? Like no one's actually hiring you based on what credentials you put on your resume. It's yeah, it's a bad situation. Why you put, yeah, they scan for keywords. That's why you put them in white text. Yes, the classic YouTube SEO trick applied to getting a job in real life. I love the 2020s. Is it ethical to lie on a resume? Well, that's a very complicated question because, like, I mean, well, now we're talking about ethics, right? The meaning of ethics. And I don't know. I would argue that to some degree ethics are whatever you want them to be. And like, I mean, I don't say that glibly, right? I don't say that to be flippant. But like, I don't know. It's very difficult to nail down exactly what the objective ethical laws nailed down in stone like are. And I don't know if you'll ever find, if you ever find them, tell me in the Discord, because we have some lifestyle changes to make probably. Ever eaten a penguin? No, I haven't eaten a penguin. Have you eaten a penguin, Digby Cat? That sounds, well, let's not get into unethical, but that sounds maybe illegal. And probably the legality of lying on a resume is probably the more pertinent question. There's probably some sort of fraud you can get dinged by. They have jokes on the wrapper. Oh, is this like a... By the name Penguin, that makes me think it's like an ice cream bar. Is this like an ice cream thing? A Klondike bar? Some kind of mystical UK penguini. It's funny. Mystical UK treat like Kinder eggs that we're not allowed to have here. Yeah, we're British chocolate biscuit bar. That sounds pretty good. We like to just like, we're all toddlers here in America, right? So we like to choke on, like if there's like a little plastic surprise in our candy, we'll all choke to death immediately. And we know survivors. The whole country will be devastated by this horrendous device. I don't know. Crazy. Well, let's get back to, let's add a few more commands here. I think we're having a nice cozy stream. I like this because I can just talk. One day I shall smuggle you a Kinder egg so you can know the joy. I think I have memories from the distant past of maybe having one. I don't know when. I feel like the restriction was probably put in place before my time even, but like I don't know when I would have. I've never been to out of the country even. So I don't know. Don't know. Okay, what else do we need here? What are common questions that are being asked other than, of course, I mean, the most important questions are my specs, how to learn programming, right? Things that people will ask, test coverage, what my bias is, OnlyFans, yeah. Man, maybe I should just like, oh man, this would be fun. So Punycode is a thing, right? For getting like a Unicode URL. Are there any, I could get like a Unicode URL maybe that has, like I'm literally thinking of how to get like phishing links that look like onlyfans.com to redirect back to the stream. Like that, can we do that? Look, I guess we can use like a link shortener. Oh, do we have any gotchi sounds? You could do a gotchi thing for. Ooh, where's our soundboard? Clips. Oh, we have the Pornhub sound. We'll just do that. Only.fans. Yeah, I'm gonna actually, for this stream bit, I'm actually gonna pay 300. What's fans.com probably? That's probably like I think that's probably $100 million domain name. Maybe not. I don't know the price of like short domains like that, but a four-letter English word.com. Yeah, subdomain on whatever in 301. Yeah, that's what we're doing with Colonq.computer right now. What are we doing here? We're playing clip Pornhub.mp3. There we go. Has something. I'm not gonna click that. Coming soon. I'm gonna click that off stream probably. There we go. We got it. We've succeeded. Other things. What could we do? Music to my ears. We're like developing all the essentials, right? And again, we're gonna wire these as soon as this stream is done. I think I will be able to click the affiliate button once Twitch updates all its like shit. So then ideally next time we stream, we can really get down to business. I'm thinking like, I think I rated, I don't know how many, like, if you're familiar with the VTuber Shindigs, big fan of Shindigs. He does all kinds of like really cool channel points integration stuff. Like he has like this yeah, I mean I have all the stats to hit affiliate other than that I only streamed 6 times in the last 30 days and this is the 7th time. We got the followers, we got all the shit. So kind of excited. We're gonna have a little party. We'll have a party. We'll fire off like we'll hit the record for the most polls in one Twitch stream. We'll fire off like 3,000 polls. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank my mom, my dad, the computer, Emacs, the academy. Yeah, we're gonna keep grinding. I haven't even made any like I'm mostly streaming also to like make YouTube stuff, right? Like I'm trying to like I don't know. There's lots of like programming YouTube seems like the hip cool thing, right? I want to thank Stallman. Yeah, this is a record smashing VTuber stream. We're gonna be I mean, are we the first ANSI? Like I hesitate to describe myself as ASCII art because again, right? It is just the same character with different colors, right? Eventually we are gonna be ASCII art. We're gonna like there's like a yeah, we're gonna have like actual like pipes and dashes and stuff drawing the outline, but we're breaking every record here. LLLL Colonq Ascendant, Luke Smith in Mental Outlaw style. Yeah, well, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like grift that hard. I don't know. I haven't really watched. I think like much of them because like all that stuff kind of got popular off of like I don't know. There's like a sector of people who like that kind of thing, right? Like I mean, I'm in that group, but like when they like got big, I was like, I'd already been doing that for like 5 years, and I was like, man, all these grifters. But like, I don't actually have a negative impression of them. I'm sort of like pursuing like, there's a dude who streams automated, who like, I think he's in like the Ludwig gang and builds stuff and like writes some cool bots and like visualizations and stuff and like T-Soding. But yeah, Luke Smith also, honestly, like, I mean. Clearly, like, I mean, I'm in that world, right? I'm in the world of silly Linux distros and desktop environment customization and Lisp and Emacs and saying memes about things and like being irreverent and that whole clientele. So like, that's fine. We'll go in that direction. We're yeah. Don't think I could avoid it if I tried, honestly. That's just like too much of like who I have been for the last decade and a half plus. So we're not dodging it anytime soon. Cool. Let's add a few more. We're not anywhere near. Let's do something a little more ambitious maybe. What can we do? What would be fun? It's hard because again I can't really like I want to do a lot of like I have to do like a lot of the actual API integration off stream because like I'm a scaredy cat. So we could do another like effect on my avatar. We could do something to change the text behind the avatar programmatically. Let's do that. That seems good. Oh no, that's gonna like require somewhat more elaborate parsing. Maybe. Make it automatically use chat. Yeah, I mean the fear there is that I have to add like some kind of filter, right? Like and like I mean I can make it be a channel point thing at least. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, people firing off some gamer words occasionally. We don't want that on screen for too long. But yeah, we actually have a feature to cycle between multiple things. Like if I like, well, the Twitch auto mod should grab. Yeah, I worry about people being like creative with their spelling. I've never seen this kick in. We've had a remarkably nice chat experience, right? Like considering I don't know, everything. I think people are nice. People are generally respectful. I will instantly. I don't even like. I'm relatively like unoffendable in the sense that I will just instantly ban people, so it's not too much of an issue. Let's see. Will this cycle through at like, I forgot what rate I set this up to cycle through at. I think it gets a little too difficult to look at when it's animating like it's about to. No rules expected this token in... what? Oh, there's no... We didn't have the commas. There we go. But yeah, I have the Twitch auto mod. I mean, it's a nice feature that exists. I was worried when I was starting that like I heard all these horror stories about people accidentally pressing the shield mode button, which just like I think sets it to follower only by default, and then just like totally killing their chat. Said Colonq is dirty. Colonq is dirty, dude. Okay, back here. Yeah, and so now it's just filtering through like once per second between all these little things, and that's like very difficult to look at. Let's also make it not spin by default. Why are we doing that? Let's make it not do the... Tally pointed out the Colonq is dirty thing last stream too. Yeah. Because I changed a file, so Cargo had to rebuild. It's funny that that's the word for it. Dirty fantasy fuel. Yeah, I'm covered. We haven't done the mud wrestling stream yet. That's on the menu. That's my first IRL stream. It's gonna be mud wrestling. Where are we going? Back here. Yeah. How would we even like? I would love to like bait something like that. Like it's just like a funny thing to say, right? Like it's goofy, and like maybe I'll just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do some gaming content eventually, but like of course it's all gonna be like some fucked up thing where I'm like trying to reverse engineer the game while playing the game, or like cheating horribly, right? Like playing a roguelike and then like my power should be close to my foot. I haven't had to do it, but in the event I needed to end stream instantly, I could turn off the PCE by pressing the button on it with my foot. Yeah, I think I would just like, again, this is just like a laptop on my desk, so I'd probably just like yank the cable, yeah, throw it out the window, just smash it against the wall as hard as possible. But yeah, we could just pull the Ethernet, snip all those images of like I don't know if we have any Dark Souls gamers in the chat, but like there's like Dark Spirit has invaded, and then like burning down your house, or like some extremely drastic action to cut the internet. Those are wonderful. I did that when I was younger, watching naughty things, listening for my family. Yeah, I mean classic interaction. I was trying to remember if I have any anecdotes about that are stream safe. I think I was highfalutin, right? I was a bit of a highfalutin young lad, little princeling. So I remember being like reading like romantic poetry and stuff, and like being really embarrassed and like hiding it from my parents. That was my depraved youth, trying to hide whatever I was reading at the time. I don't even remember. It was probably shit. Yeah. What are we doing here? Do we want to make the word, so the issue with this is we want to make right now we're receiving like commands over this socket to like do the zoom wave and the spin. The commands, the format for the commands is like, so this is all running. I guess I started explaining this earlier, but I probably got sidetracked. I have a server running here that has like this message bus program I wrote, and the message bus speaks like it's a like UTF-8 protocol. So you send a UTF-8 text over TCP, and the format, the protocol is, it's like S expressions separated by new lines, right? So like Lisp express, like kind of, it's not actually a Lisp, but it's like those kind of like parentheses structure, data structure with parentheses, right? And it's a pub sub, right? So you can, as you might have seen from like me sending these sub messages and pub messages, right? You can subscribe to events, which are like any, like a list of symbols is an event. And then you can publish to events. And you can just send some data. And it will send it to everyone who's subscribed. So it's kind of like a nice little multicast thing, right? Like it's, we reinvented the wheel a little bit. You could do it with like Redis but like it was fun. This is running on a server, and I'm on my kind of main PC that I don't stream from. I'm connecting to Twitch, both the event sub API and IRC, like the chat, and then like sending off events as I like receive new chat messages, for example, to the bus, and then over here Emacs is subscribing to that like that event for incoming chat messages and like doing things with them. And then simultaneously this Rust program is subscribing to like events of type avatar toggle. That's just like, it's just an S expression, arbitrary S expression avatar toggle. And then Emacs over in fig.el, when we do the avatar, it's just sending events of type avatar toggle, right? The issue is we were really lazy when we wrote this Rust implementation last stream, right? Because we're like, oh, we just want to get something quick that lets us toggle the spinny. We want to do the spinny. And the issue is we're not actually parsing the S expressions. we're just subscribing to the event and then just like receiving the lines and just like searching them for literal text. Right? Which is fine when we're just searching for like some predefined like toggles like zoom, wave, and spin. But if we want to actually like extract the thing, we probably want to, I don't know. Well, it's not hard. It's not hard by any means. We could do it with a regex, right? But like, I don't know if I want to right now because I don't know how to. Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing to do, certainly. But like, the nice thing in general would be to write like a little recursive descent parser, right? That just like actually parses S expressions into like some nice little AST, right? Like it would be fine. It would be the nice thing. I don't want to do the gross thing of like parsing structured data as if it is as if it's just like a string, but like we're gonna do it. Let's see how to do this. What we need to install? There's a regex crate. Is this actually a good crate? Do people use this? How many GitHub stars does this have? God, I hate that is the, oh, it's official Rust lang, so people do use this. You can tell I have not written much Rust other than, I don't know, basic stuff. Don't call me gross. Did I call you gross? Oh, I probably called myself gross, or like the situation gross. You're fine. You're fine, you're fine. Okay. What are we doing? We'll do the blah. Blah, blah, blah. So we just build a regex. Do we have, oh, we need to add the thing to cargo. You said parsing structured data something something Redux gross and I suggested you're a shit. Yeah, I'm kind of a shit. We're a little shitty. Little tiny bit shitty. But no, it was meant in reference to the situation, of course. You may or may not also be gross. But like that's a separate issue, right? That's not my prerogative. I'm certainly pretty gross. Gross domestic product. Yeah. Colon, or what is that? It's not a colon 3. It's not a lion. It's a less than 3. Less than 3. Less than 3. Okay, what are we doing? We need to install the damn thing. Make it go. Make it go. Crack every knuckle. Do. Who the hell is texting me? It's tomorrow. It's fucking tomorrow. Gross. Gross. A lot of grossness. Oh, this is running. This is chugging here. What's the deal with that? Jeez Louise. Is that gonna... Are we gonna have a problem here? Looks like maybe. Is the stream bitrate seems fine. We're holding. We're keeping it together. I don't know why. Oh, we're updating crates. I mean, that shouldn't matter, right? The versions are all pinned, right? So we shouldn't update anything that we don't want to. What is... Yeah. It's not even doing it. Well, this is why we maybe do this off stream on the beefy rig and then we just copy it over. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Jeez Louise. Maybe in that instance, maybe let's bag this. I think we've done what we wanted to tonight. We mostly wanted to get a stream in, build some cool shit, get ourselves set up for our little affiliate party next time, where we're going to do even more stuff. Because again, like as I was saying earlier, right? I think I again sidetracked myself because I'm all over the fucking place. Where is this? We want to write this function poll. We're gonna have fig poll that you just give it options. It runs a Twitch poll, blocks until the poll is complete, and returns the result. And we're gonna integrate that with all kinds of shit, branching off of polls. Like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. This is gonna be an interactive programming environment like nobody has fucking seen. Nobody's business. But with that, I think we're gonna give it one final spinny, and then we're gonna raid somebody. Who are we gonna raid? Do we even have enough people to raid? I don't know. I don't look at these things. Who the fuck is even live on Twitch? What is going on? I'm hearing myself. What is any of this? Well, Free of Me is live. I raided Free of Me last time. Maybe we'll raid somebody. Who have I not raided? See ya. We can raid Hex again. We'll raid Hex. Hex Digital. Let's see. Do they have... Are we sufficient? We have... Oh, we have many viewers. Wow. Well, that's fun. Let's do it.